Hey guys, welcome to my vlog. Today is Saturday, January 18th, and it is 1:30 in the afternoon. So I am over the 72-hour fast that I was planning on doing this week. I started it on Wednesday afternoon after I had my last coffee with cream in it, and that morning I ate at the Pickle Barrel, and I had the steak and eggs, so 3 sunny side eggs, a really nice steak. I did have deep fried potato, what do they call them? They call them potato barrels, which are, they basically are little hash browns. 4 slices of bread, well, 2 slices of marble rye, buttered with peanut butter, jam, and a little bowl of fruit on the side. I think I've got everything on that plate. And that's what I ate. That was my last big meal. And then probably around 12 o'clock, Carol and I went to Tim Hortons, and I had a large double cream coffee, and then I realized I was going to start a 72-hour fast at that point. I wouldn't have done that coffee if I was going to do it from the steak and eggs and on. I was planning, I wasn't sure when I was going to start it. That was the problem. And then I also needed to kill time when I was getting my car fixed. So I wanted to have a nice hot, I guess I could have done a black coffee or a black tea. Last night I didn't want any more coffee, so I did my 2 coffees in the morning, and then I tried a tea that I used to love all the time. Before I was a coffee drinker, I used to drink Earl Grey, and that's my favorite tea because you don't need to put anything in it. No sugar, no cream, no milk or anything. And then there's another tea that we have in here that I sampled at a friend's house, and it's called Tea India. And the problem with that is it as a black tea, it's bitter. It's got a little bit of a bite to it. The Earl Grey has like 0 bitterness to it or a bite to it. Anyway, so we got to break my fast today. I think I talked about this in one of the other vlogs, where at around on the 3rd day, basically leading up to me breaking my 72-hour fast, I honestly felt like I could go on, and I do feel like I could go on, but I also feel like I want to eat. All morning while I was editing yesterday's vlog to put up today for you guys, and finishing up the thumbnail and stuff for the Pickle Barrel video, which took me all morning to do all that work. The whole time as I'm doing that, I'm thinking, maybe I should go another day, because I've got this far, let's push it for another day. And I'm like, nah, let's just get this over with and start back to eating better. And so the steps are, and I got most of this stuff from Dr. Jason Fung and Dr. Mindy. I forget her last name, but anyway, so there's a 4-step process to breaking a 72-hour fast. If you're going to do 5 days or more, I think it's the same. Don't quote me on that. And again, guys, I'm not a doctor, physician, nutritionist. I'm just, this is what I need to do for me. I'm not pushing any of this stuff on anybody. I'm just doing what I need to do for me. And the Christmas break was a little bit brutal on me, and I gained at least 7 pounds, which is interesting because I just lost 7.8 pounds, and I'm pretty happy with that. So the first thing is bone broth, and this is the bone broth I'm choosing. You can choose any bone broth you like. This one's sriracha and chili chicken. That's pretty good. I did another one, and I'm not sure if I took a picture of it, and that was really good as well. But this one's pretty good, so I don't mind that one. And then we have to wait 30 minutes to an hour. And then we feed our gut with probiotic rich food like yogurt or sauerkraut. So I'm going to do a cup of sauerkraut. I also, kimchi, and there's a couple other things if you want to look those up. And then again, we wait 30 minutes to an hour. And then step 3, we do lightly steamed vegetables, which is a prebiotic food, which starts to feed your gut lining. And then I guess we wait another 30 minutes to an hour, and then we'll have steak and eggs. But again, we won't overdo any of these steps, although I'm definitely going to drink that whole thing. When you do break a fast, I totally recommend you staying home for as long as you can. because as soon as you start breaking your fast, it can kind of play havoc with your lower bowel area. So you need to be close to a washroom. That's another thing too. I just remembered to tell you guys, if you just don't do raw vegetables, nuts, or anything like that, because they're just harsh on your stomach. So lightly steamed is the way to go, and that's the consensus across a bunch of the different doctors that I follow. So we are going to get this thing going. Again, that's organic bone broth, and it is about 25 calories for 1 cup, and this is 2 cups of bone broth. It says shake. Get all those bits and pieces off the bottom. If you're a vegetarian, then you can do vegetable broth, I was told. It's kind of interesting. It's got a little spout on it, so I'm guessing some people just drink it straight out of the bag and use that as a spout, or it's just an easier way of pouring. So again, I'm just going to do the whole thing. And we're going to put it on that back burner over there. There we go. Light them up, Apom. That's my favorite mug for that, because it holds exactly the 500 mils. So one of my big tips is definitely stay home or close to a washroom of some sort. Last year when I was going to Florida, I drove the big van down to Buffalo to do a stealth camp overnight at Texas Roadhouse, and I knew I didn't want to go straight into eating steak and all that and those buns. So what I did was I had a big thing of bone broth, one of these, and I had it in one of my nice Yeti mugs. And so I drank that, and then I had 3 hard-boiled eggs, not knowing you shouldn't eat boiled eggs as part of your initial meal. And again, I probably should have waited 30 minutes for the bone broth to like do its thing inside my body and get it all ready for food. And I barely made it to the restaurant. So there's a big tip for you. Do this at home. There we go. It's boiling all right. Jeez. You can drink it cold. I've seen people do that. But I like it hot. It just feels better in my stomach. Let's do a little bit. Got this thing heated up a little bit so I don't break it. What I'm going to do is actually drink only half of that, and then I'm going to use the other half to mix with my sauerkraut. So it's kind of like a little bit of a sauerkraut soup. So it's now 1:45, so technically now it's a 73-hour fast because I stopped eating Wednesday at 12:44. So by the time I started making this video and cook this stuff up, or at least heat this stuff up, it's now 73 hours. So that's the longest fast I've ever done. Cheers. That's going to be way too hot. Let me add some water. Hope it's not too hot. Definitely spicy sriracha. It's interesting that, like, I've been looking for a bone broth that maybe doesn't have all these different flavors in it. Maybe bone broth tastes really bad unless you add spicy flavors to it. So this is good, but I think I prefer the other one. I can't remember what it was called, but it was on sale, and I got it at Farm Boy. It was like $9.99. That feels so good. When your stomach is empty like that, and you drink something nice and warm, you can actually feel it going around your stomach, and as it's coating your stomach. What? You can't have any bone broth. Okay, I'm gonna drink that. We'll wait a half an hour, and then we'll do the sauerkraut. What? Just gonna get it ready while I'm actually looking forward to this big time. I love sauerkraut. I'm guessing that's about a cup. Just gonna do one more. Well, it's almost an hour later. I feel great at the moment. So we're going to go from the bone broth to the sauerkraut and bone broth. Look at all that. I had it going on the stove for a little bit, so it's already warm. So I didn't have to wait. Oh, that's going to be good. That look good. Little probiotics. Wouldn't mind going the yogurt route too. I'm glad I heated it up and added bone broth to that. So it's 2:39. I'm gonna eat this, let it settle for like 20 minutes. And if I have any broccoli, then I'll do the steaming of that. All done my broth and sauerkraut, and it is 2:50, and my stomach is definitely grumbling and growling around. It's like trying to think of what to do with what is now entering my system. But I guess we'll see you in probably like half an hour, and then we'll do hopefully broccoli. I found a brand new unopened bag of frozen cauliflower in the garage freezer, and then I just found this broccoli. I'm going to do a mixed bowl, half and half in here, and then I'll just dump it into the water and boil it up. Okay, it's 3:35. I'm going to, I'll use the front one this time. It's a little bit bigger. It's just that it goes up the side of the pan there. And we'll put these in. Oh! Again, one-handed. So I don't burn myself. There we go. Let's boil that up, and I know I should steam it, but I don't want to steamed frozen veggies, so I'll just rinse this out, and that's for tomorrow night. I'm gonna have some chicken thighs. There we go. Next up, a nice big ribeye. Look at that beauty. That is gorgeous. Lots of marbling in there. Nice little ribbon of fat here and some in here. I'm going to salt that up, pepper it up both sides. Actually, I'm going to put some oil on it first and then let it sit for an hour. I'll salt and pepper it up, and I'll also put some garlic powder on there. Oh, that's going to taste so good. Almost ready. Okay. That looks awesome. Just gonna add a bit of salt. After 3 days no food, that looks delicious. Down the hatch. Very, very good. Definitely not as good as fresh, but it will do. Finish that, we'll wait an hour, and then we'll cook our steak. It's now 4:33. Time to cook up this beauty. Here we go. Hey Google, set a timer for 2 minutes. Got my eggs cracked and ready to go. Get my butter all melted. Getting my steak all cooked. Butter's all melted. Hey Google, repeat. Oh my goodness. Woo! Probably a couple minutes, maybe each side. Put my eggs on slow cook. that's looking even better. Wow. Getting close. Done. Stop. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to get the butter out of that, put it in a dish. I'm going to let this sit for a bit, rest. Stop. So I did about 3 minutes resting. There was like a minute, and then a minute of me not setting a timer, and then so I put another 2 minutes on. So it should be good to go. Oh my gosh. And we got our steak knife out. I'm gonna push that to the side. Got my butter right there. Got my eggs. Does that look good, people? Drip that excess butter back on there. Nice. Oh, does that look good? Does that look good, ladies and gentlemen? Let's get this little cut right here. Oh, my body is freaking out right now. Nice chunk of fat, protein. Delightful. Let's try a bit of this egg. Just like I did in the video you guys are watching probably right now. We'll dip it into that butter. Oh boy. Mmm. Hear all that juiciness in my mouth. Wow. Well, there you go, guys. That's how I break a 73-hour fast. And there's your information. Again, check on the videos. I'll try and put the links to the videos where I got this information from, and then you guys can do your own research. And again, I wish you guys all well. I wish you all the best. And I wish you all the happiness, and I hope your health is at 100%. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.